Hey y'all, at Liberty, the weekly podcast from the ACLU, we explore the biggest civil rights and civil liberties issues of the day. As part of the ACLU's Systemic Equality Program, many recent conversations focus on how we address America's legacy of racism and systemic discrimination. Spoiler alert, it's not great. Recent episodes include conversations with Kimberly Crenshaw on the true meaning of critical race theory, Nicole Hannah-Jones on how slavery still manifests in every aspect of American life, and more. You know, it sounds good, girls. So go ahead and learn something. Subscribe to At Liberty on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your favorite podcasts. Check it out, and let's start the show.
Well, welcome back, good folks, friends, family, friends, and confidants. I am Terry Vaughn.
And I am Robin Roberts, and this is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
That's what it is. That's what they call us. And thank you for coming back indeed. Folks, let's not waste too much of your time. We've got lots to discuss. So we're going to dive right in with some Black excellence. Okay, so this week in Black excellence, I don't fucking know. Like, who am I and why?
It's great. It's phenomenal. Who is it this week?
This week, we're giving Black excellence to a professor from Rutgers who goes by the name Professor Willa Eason.
Okay. Yes, Professor Willa.
We are discussing the great Eason today because she has created a Black superhero action figure that's been picked up by Mattel and is now somehow a part of the He-Man universe. I stand. So, Willa said that in 1985, she created this character because her son didn't have a Black superhero to look up to, or toys.
When did Black Panther come out?
I don't know. Earlier than that. But she said that her son said that he couldn't be a superhero because he was Black. And this is when he was 3. So it's that age when it's like, you don't know no better because the only superhero that you hear of when you're 3 is like Superman, Batman.
Right. And I'm sure as a mother that breaks your heart, especially in the 80s.
I would literally like... I don't even know. I'm not meant to have kids. I know that I'm not, because like I take everything personal when it comes to my 12-pound Yorkie that damn sure can defend herself. I will kill you about my dog. So a human baby that has that belongs to me.
Right.
If my baby comes to me and tells me that he or she or they believe that they can't be no motherfucking superhero because they are Black, I'm going to punch a hole into the wall.
Immediately.
And then I'm speaking to every manager.
Right.
All of the managers.
Black Panther, I was thinking about it. Black Panther then was probably just a comic book. Like, there definitely wasn't no movies or TV shows about it.
Like, the whole superhero comic craze wasn't even as popping as it was now. Obviously, there were animated comic shows and some other things, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like it is today. So I don't know.
So she created a character?
Yeah, she was like, fuck it.
My mind. Wow. Yeah. Go off. And it's called what again?
Sunman. His name is Sunman.
Yes, Sunman.
She created her own company called Olmec Toys, and with it, an action figure for Sunman. And this company is caters to creating toys for Black, Hispanic, and Native children so they can see themselves. And been doing it, as I said, since forever. This character was created in the 80s. So recently, Mattel announced that they're relaunching He-Man Another super famous Superman.
I remember He-Man, although I don't know. I just kind of always pictured He-Man as like the superhero version of a wrestler. Like he's kind of like
right. That's exactly the T. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's kind of how I've always looked at him.
Like, what's that white man's name? That real famous white wrestler, Hulk Hogan. He kind of reminds me of like Hulk Hogan.
Sure, why not? With a little less racism?
That's just what maybe, probably not actually, but I've just always. Like, He-Man just never really seemed like that much of a superhero to me, you know? He almost seemed more like a WWE nigga to me.
Well, swords and magic and pecs and triceps and biceps and whatever else. There's a lot going on in He-Man. Honestly, I was mostly in He-Man for such a queen. What was the girl? She-Ra? Yeah, no, that's She-Ra is Thunder. Is it Thundercats? Yeah, She-Ra is Thundercats.
Oh, okay.
I think. Who's the doll from He-Man? They all had like a sexy lead. She-Ra has the fucking Netflix remake bop that everybody is like, oh my god, it's sickening. Yeah, she's who I lived for in He-Man because gay, and then in Thundercats, yeah. It was
Thundercats is a He-Man thing or a separate thing? Are Thundercats part of He-Man? Thundercats. No, Thundercats is totally different.
Are they not the same thing? I mean,
no.
No, the cat lady from oh, fuck me in my mouth. What is the lady from Okay, hold on. Okay. The cat lady from Thundercats, because now I'm confused. She-Ra is the lady from
I'm Googling
He-Man.
as fast as I can.
And then the Jaguar bitch is, what is her goddamn name?
Thundercats cat lady.
Chitara?
Yes, that's who that is.
Oh, God. I wasn't.
Wow, it was a journey. It was a journey, but we got there, and I feel like we got there together.
Either way, both sickening. Both of them were the reasons that I tuned in, to be honest with you.
Right.
And so God bless him. Anyway, back to the point, which is that He-Man is back. Wow. She's the latest reboot. The Netflix girls are interested. They're all the way in. And Mattel was like, sickening. How can we, liven it up, get, some inclusion up in this bitch? And they reached out to the doll baby, Wyla Eason, and said, hey, can we get some of that Sunman over here? So Sunman's the new T, part of the new Masters of the Universe expansion lineup extraordinaire. And as I said, there's a Netflix film and series and shit coming and new toys. So I think that this character that Wiley Easton created in the 80s for her son, who didn't believe that he could be a superhero because he was black, is now about to be an official superhero with a classic superhero. And that's fucking awesome. And this is the type of black excellence shit that when it's like, a 4-year-old from Tennessee that, who's like a calculus prodigy, or when it's like, a Nigerian 13-year-old that invented
has a doctorate,
water, that like all of that is amazing too, and it touches my heart. But when it's nerd shit like this,
that's how I feel about like the little black girls who managed to do something special. The ones, like every time I see that Zach and Zoe Honey, I'm just like, oh my God, the black babies. And that little black girl from Louisiana who won the spelling bee, God forgive me, I don't remember her name right now. But like stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, I see myself in you. And I get it. I Googled Sunman. And first of all, way better outfit than He-Man. Like, it's not even close. You have to Google it to see it. Like, it's a way better outfit. Yeah. Secondly, I love that his name is Sunman, because I feel like the sun is heavily featured in stuff to do with niggas. I just feel like we claim the sun. Like, The rest
we
of
were
y'all
kissed
are,
by it.
yeah, and the rest of and therefore, like, even though we do still need to wear sunscreen, we don't suffer the way the rest of y'all do. Like, we won't die.
All y'all bitches do, honestly. We just know to do it.
But y'all be like taking ice baths and just slathering yourselves in aloe vera because you went outside for 45 minutes.
Y'all will bathe in ice, but not so.
And you could tell that he was created in the 80s because he has that classic 80s dad haircut.
Yeah, obviously. He's got the Frank Mitchell
He kind of looks like, yeah.
But then he's also wearing Daisy Dukes.
I was about to say he could either be president or go sell Saturns.
Yeah.
Right, but then he has on, like a leotard, so it's sexy. And boots. Yeah. This is a great character, and yeah, congratulations to Professor Wyla and her son. This is a beautiful story.
Hopefully this means rich.
Yeah, hopefully it does. I mean, it looks like she got this done even back then, so hopefully so. I'm wishing the best for them both.
All right. So this week in our pop culture segment, which is called Your Dick's Too Good to Be True.
Wow. And Anthem.
Can't take this ass off of you.
Sing that shit.
You feel like heaven to fuck. When you're all up in these guts.
Give it up. Yes. Oh, no, continue. You need to write this out. This is one of the ones that you need to take some time. Finish the lyrics and get in the goddamn booth because this is gold. I'm telling you right fucking now, nigga. I'm not playing with you. I will text you in 3.5 days and remind you.
I should just do a mixtape with like at least 14 of these.
Yes.
Just so that I can make one of those old school infomercials where the song titles scroll down the center of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
While you're like singing,
yes.
on a very off the wall esque.
Actually
stage.
Perfect. Yeah. Actually perfect. Yes.
The promo.
Please make that happen. Yeah. An actual genius. It's what you are. It can't be denied. You are. It is what it is.
So, singer Miguel and his wife Mezzanine Mandy are splitting up. After 17 years together. It is reported that the very hot, sexy couple is headed towards divorce town after 3 years of marriage and many more years as a couple. Apparently, they started dating in 2005. Got engaged in 2016 and married in 2018. And here we are in the today of things where it is over. So needless to say, Miguel's next album will likely be sickening. That nigga finna do some singing and I can't wait. But mostly I brought this up to just say to those of you who read this and had a lot of debate when it happened, to mind your motherfucking business and remember that you don't know these niggas. Therefore... Right. Measuring your life relationship or your views on life and relationships alongside them in this relationship, it's futile. It's ridiculous. It's unnecessary and it's irrelevant. You don't know these niggas. Like, you just don't know them. And it's like for all of the people who was like, oh my God, after all of that time together, you gonna get divorced just like that. See, this is why I can't do, because after all of that time together, then y'all got married. I'm not finna wait all of that time to get married. You wasted your whole life. Versus y'all who get married after being in a relationship for 2 years and then you get divorced after 5 years and then you take a year off and then you get married again and then you get divorced after another 2 years and then you get divorced again in another 2 years after that and then you take another year off. Boom, you back in it. So I don't understand what the difference is. You go through 3 marriages in a decade or in 2 and this nigga went through 1. So like, why don't we all just have lunch? Let's all go get Bellinis.
I mean, yeah, there is that. There is definitely that perspective, which makes a lot of sense. I too do not know these niggas. In fact, I think the only thing that I have heard about Miguel, which may not be true, but the only thing I've heard about him is that he is like a serial cheater, that he is like basically never been faithful to this girl. You haven't? Oh my God. It's like the only thing that niggas ever say to me about Miguel. So, I mean, and I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, I don't know these people, but
you bring up a fantastic point.
Oh, do I?
Yes, you do.
I can't wait.
That okay. Miguel is fucking Miguel, doll baby. And that, like, of course, if he is a serial cheater, of course he is. Because he has countless pussies that's going to be thrown at him because everybody knows he can sing. And he's rich. Yeah. And he looks like a vampire, sexy, dark, blood-sucking, dick-throwing thing.
He does.
And some magic, of course. You know what I mean? Meanwhile... You know what I mean? Malik, your circumstances are different. Your circumstances are different. It's not to say that you're not sickening. It's not to say that you're not worth anything. Right. It's not to say that you haven't. But it's like your circumstances, your life, all of the things, your relationships are very different than celebrities. Stop measuring your love life or lack thereof alongside these famous people and their shit. They have a whole different set of shit going on that probably won't even make sense to you if they tried to break it down. It won't make sense to a lot of us because a lot of it don't make no goddamn sense. So stop distracting yourself from your own traumas and work to do by minding Miguel's goddamn business. Okay, because you don't know these goddamn niggas. Oh, see, they was together for this many years, got married, and then it was over. This is why I can't do marriage. This is why marriage is this, that, and third, and marriage is not. No, Kelvin.
That's not what that means.
Kelvin.
No.
This proves nothing about marriage. You think that marriage is trash because you have never witnessed a healthy example of marriage in any of your days.
Yes. This is a very common saying in psychology. Correlation is not causation. And causation is not correlation.
Into the room with education. Thank you.
Just because things seem to happen, like one happened and then another happened, does not mean that that first thing caused the second thing to happen.
Wow. I hope y'all are taking notes.
There are just all sorts of other factors that could have gone into this. We really don't know. Again, we are not these people. So it's kind of a ridiculous thing to be like, oh, well, this is why you don't get married, because you could be together and happy for 14 years and then be married for 3 and be over it. But we don't know what else was going on in that relationship. Like, you literally know whatever you read on People or The Shade Room or whatever. Like, that's all you know about it. You don't know neither one of these niggas in any way. So, like, maybe just worry about you and your life. I get that they're celebrities, so it's fun to talk about, but like, to turn that into like some grand life lesson that you need to apply to your own existence is ridiculous.
I mean, like celebrity stuff and scandal is conversation and whatever. And like I've said, I think that a lot of it is just a way to get through the workday for a lot. I mean,
oh, absolutely. For a lot of people, you see how they acted when Instagram went down. They need that shit.
Little fires everywhere. It's like
they need a steady stream of bullshit to distract them.
Everybody was busting on Mark Zuckerberg's door. Touch the grass, friend.
Like some of you, like it's different if you like need social media for whatever reason, but some of y'all just could not refresh and like aimlessly, and you were going out of your fucking mind. So
yeah, I mean, many of the headlines did set it up like these niggas were together for this long and now they're divorced. And like, yeah,
definitely, because that's the sensationalist part of it. But
right, but then it just turned into everybody being like, "Let me act like I know everything about relationships, Sean, even though I've never been successful."
You don't, and whatever issues. I just feel like a lot of niggas have used this as an excuse to not marry the woman that they've been with, like. I feel like every time this happens, niggas be like, see, babe, we've been fucking each other randomly without a title for 11 years and we got 3 kids and everything is copacetic. Why we want to fuck that up by making it legal? And it's like, there are certain benefits that come along with marriage. That's why a lot of people care about it. But again, we don't know these people. I'm sorry to hear this. I guess I can't say I was ever really invested in the relationship.
None of
But,
us were.
I feel like somebody somewhere had to have been. But
Huge Miguel fans and people who are huge fans of this very beautiful woman. She's very pretty.
Yeah. And those of you who wanted to fuck Miguel without guilt, now's your time.
I will say this. I saw Miguel on a flight one time. And in person, I was like, yeah.
You understood it?
I did. Mm-hmm. And that nigga was like, I'm headed to the lavatory. Where you going? To the lavatory.
With you. Avec vous, nigga. That's exactly what
Voulez-vous coucher? Croissant.
Avec moi. Yeah. Dans le salle de bain.
So... Ashanti has announced that she owns her masters, ladies and gentlemen, and nearly 20 years after the release of her debut self-titled album, Ashanti is planning to re-release her very first album. I guess as a 20-year anniversary celebration. I'm not really sure why, because if you follow me. This is not ending in hate. I promise. I
know where you're going with it.
Like when JoJo did it, I feel like it was like didn't JoJo did it because she didn't own her masters like that? What I don't really know.
Yeah. I think the girls do this because once you own your masters and you re-release the record, you get a bigger share of whatever money.
There's the logic.
I'm pretty sure that's why they do it. I'm pretty sure that's why they re-recorded all of her shit and put it out under her own name so that her fans could stream something that would pay her instead of that Scooter nigga. Yeah. So that's probably what's going on.
All I had to do was think about it. Yeah.
Probably so. I mean, I'm not for sure because
no, that sounds
keep up with Ashanti like that. Correct. But yeah.
Well. I've said before that we keep rebooting these damn movies and we keep rebooting these damn TV shows. Let's start rebooting some songs. And if we get... Now, here's the thing. I would like, that old school 90s, early 2000s when a remix was an actual remix. And not completely different beats if you just can't, But spice, give me a little something that, you know what I mean? Have some of the newer newer producers kind of put a spin on the classic beat maybe when you re-record. I'm hoping that she just kind of spices up because that first album slid and there was a lot of singles on it that if she re-records and gives it a new flavor or new direction and stuff, that could be really exciting. I just hope it's not going to be here's the same songs and every song has a feature on it. Here's Ace Boogie in a hoodie and
yes, yes. Please do not do that
and whatever else.
Please do not. I mean, if you're going to do that, then let those be the added on bonus of the 20-year re-release where you re-record the regular record, maybe even exactly as it was the first time. And then you add in this extra shit so that, it feels jazzier to you or whatever. That would also be fine. But, I don't know. I feel like Ashanti will really win with this if she also does a visual aspect to it.
Oh, she's got to.
Because... I mean, she
still looks phenomenal.
I was going to say better. She actually looks better now than she did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
If her team or the people around her are planning a TikTok rollout or I mean, no, because I'm just saying for some reason, Gen Z loves pulling songs from my coming of age and being bitch, it's a whole trend. And I'm are you kidding?
TikTok is music vintage city.
It is. They love it.
They love the songs
clown millennials.
They were
use
in high school and college.
Yes, they do. They fucking do. So,
and then they're who's Jodeci? What are you talking about? Shut up.
I saw a tweet the other day that said the lady who sang that milkshake song is black.
Oh, I will actually fight you. And not only will we fight, I will win. And then I will fight your parents. And then I will fight your grandparents. I fucking hate y'all.
Oh, no.
I hate y'all. Khalees can't just grow some fucking fruits and vegetables and raise her goddamn babies and shit like that and be a sickening chef. She can't take two goddamn... Google!
Yeah, that really fucked me up. That fucked me up. So
spent all this goddamn time just looking shit up my motherfucking life. Y'all bitches can't Google.
Ashanti's first album is prime material for these people. So, hopefully her team has something planned, but even if it's just updated music videos or even reels, like, girl, literally anything. And I'll be happy to support. Like you said, Ashanti's first album really made a huge impact, and it did. It was so popular that the New York Times said that Ashanti was...
I knew.
I'm glad you knew. I'm glad you fucking knew. I am so glad you knew, my nigga.
I mean, it was absurd. It
was. And whoever wrote that, I am certain, is like, oh my God, fuck was I thinking? But Ashanti's presence was so strong that the New York Times published a piece called "The Solo Beyonce." She's no Ashanti. That happened. Khalifa Sane. The fact that they still have your name right here. Wow, sister, they still have your name right here. First of all, I apologize. Oh, not a sister. Sorry.
I was going to say, how do you?
I am going to stop talking about this person right now, but this was published on July 6, 2003, and it is probably one of the wrongest things on the internet that you can read. I'm just saying. So,
legend has it that this person is now incapable of holding a pen or pencil. When they try, their hands
they just leave it alone entirely. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, and it was a choice. I'm sure. If that person had the ability to see into the future, they would have chosen not to write that piece. But
anytime they try to type now, it feels like broken glass.
It feels wrong. Yeah. I mean, I feel like in 20 years, somebody's going to find some episode of The Read that we did in like 2015 and be like, Crystal, I can't believe how goddamn wrong you were about this.
They do that now.
What? Oh no! I was about to ask about what, but don't tell me. Don't tell me. No, don't tell me.
You can do that now.
I don't know how I don't see this, but please don't tell me.
Don't visit you. Leave me alone. I don't remember what I said yesterday.
Bitch, we started this show in 2013. Don't talk to me about something that happened in 2013. Are you fucking kidding?
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I forget what we say as soon as we're done recording.
Literally the moment we're done.
Like, I literally forgot whatever the fuck we're talking about, right? Oh, Ashanti. See, like, you cannot really be taking us seriously, please.
You shouldn't.
Okay. So, but anyway, I will stream this, re-release it. Good for you.
Ashanti is also a part of the newly returned Millennium tour. That's right. Shit. The Von Dutch girls are back on road. By way of Omarion and Bow Wow, who are the new headliners of the Millennium tour, because Lil Fizz fucked the bag up for everybody, I guess.
Sure did.
So you can now catch Icebox and You Just Don't Know on the road alongside Ashanti, Yin Yang Twins, Lloyd, Sammy, Pretty Ricky, and Soulja Boy.
Oh, I'm going to that.
Not without a jersey dress. And
and a booster, but I'm still going.
During the I think this was the first date. Opening night on the tour, or this
in LA.
In LA at the Forum. Lil Fizz, light-skinned ass, and the rest of the B2K niggas were on stage, and he decided that this was going to be the time that he would apologize to Omarion for dating and fucking and publicly discussing, what's her name? April Jones, also known as the mother of Omarion's two adorable children that should be twins, but they're not. somehow. So Fizzington said on the stage, I think it wouldn't be right if I didn't take this moment, bro, to publicly apologize to you. I did some fucked up shit to my brother. Oh, y'all brothers now, because I feel like on the reunion of one of the shows, you said he was your coworker. Interesting. That's cute.
Shit really changed.
Yeah. Funny how the tables turn.
Say it. Say it. Sing it.
I'm not proud of it, man. So I want to stand here humbly and sincerely apologize to you for any turmoil or dysfunction I caused between you and your family. Then they hugged and then they did, bump or one of their Christmas songs. I don't.
Please shut up. Please shut up.
And then Omarion tweeted "bigger man," period. And I don't know if he was if he was claiming that or if he was saying that. Either way.
Yeah, I think he's saying he's the bigger man.
That's the way I took it.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely took that as like self-congratulatory. Like,
absolutely.
Being an adult.
I win. You lose.
I'm doing the grown-up thing because everybody knows that was thank of you and nobody disagrees.
This entire situation was so cringe.
It was so ridiculous. And it was so clearly for Mona Sky Young and nobody else's benefit.
I honestly believe that Omarion said you are not allowed in the building, much less collecting a check from anything going on this stage, unless you get up on this stage and you apologize to me publicly. Period.
Yep. And I mean, also, just to put a little humanity into it, he was probably ready to forgive Lil Fizz. I'm sure they have a lot.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a lot of experiences that no one else in the world could possibly understand. They probably like when Fizz was like, "This my brother," like, even though I was like, "Oh, it's your brother now," but it wasn't your brother when you was fucking his baby mama. Even though that was my gut reaction, I do still understand that relation. I do still understand the relationship. And so, it probably hurts to be betrayed like that. And I'm sure they had, or let me not say sure, I hope that these niggas had a long, intense, private conversation before this happened, and that it has been some time, several weeks or months, since they have forgiven one another. I'm just saying, I really hope that this is like
one of these niggas look like they have ever had a long conversation about anything.
I am just saying, I really hope that this was like done in a healthy and conscious manner.
Fucking doubt it. The Millennium Tour with B2K made $28 million.
Woo, I know that's right. Million. I know that's
so Omarion was like, if you want a sniff of some cash, bitch, what you're going to do is you are going to get your high yellow ass on this goddamn stage and you're going to tell each and every eyeball in that motherfucking stadium that you are sorry for fucking my baby mama. And I don't even care. I just want to demoralize your ass. The end. And then they hugged it out and moonwalked or did the Omarion challenge or whatever.
It's literally what you deserve. And so that's fine. Like, it's what you deserve. And it was good to see Lil Fizz humble himself in that way. Again, I was working from a place of assuming that they had a much deeper conversation before all this, which may have been foolish of me. But, I enjoyed this clip. I thought it was actually really sweet. And I'm clicking checkout on my Millennium tour tickets right now. So.
Well, there you go.
It worked. It fucking worked. That's right. I'm paying somebody's child support in November,
People are having a really good time at these shows because, like, even if you're not a hardcore fan of any one of them, it's an era. Right. They managed to produce a show that is like a very specific era. Right. And you're just going to go in there in your throwback clothes and get drunk and have a good time, probably.
Exactly. And I got vaccinated for a reason.
Hello.
Leave it at that. I got vaccinated for a fucking reason. So I'll just leave it at that.
Shad Moss was there performing at the NLA with Chris Brown, who apparently met with Lizzo backstage at the forum.
Chris Brown did?
Yes. Lizzo was very excited to meet Chris Brown, and she asked for a picture and said, quote, "Can I get a picture with you? Because you're my favorite person in the whole fucking world." This clip made its way out online, and honey, people
I did not hear this at all.
pissed.
Oh, I bet they were. I can see exactly why. This reminds me of... Jay was telling me some story the other day about when niggas got mad at her for something that she said online, and every time she gave a new detail, I was like, I completely understand why they dragged you. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit her and figure out what that is because I want to laugh.
So, I mean, I have to text her because so I was just like, so when you said this, I'm like, oh yeah, Chris Brown is your favorite person in the whole world,
in
sweetie.
the whole thing? All of it?
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? Like, I'm sorry.
You're Gucci.
This is the thing.
Okay.
Stop it. Lizzo is, of the... she's of... Shut up. Okay, so she's... You're making me laugh. She's of the same, era, the same jersey dress, low Adidas.
Okay.
Same baby fat velour suit. She's of the same time. And it just might be that when Lizzo was in her teens, Chris Brown was her fave. Or whatever. And she stands. Now here, like, from my perspective, I went like this. I kind of, first of all, had the same sort of reaction that you just did. The whole thing, like, all of this world, all of it.
Because it's really not making a lot of sense for me, dearie, but okay.
I want to say hyperbole and maybe some drink.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking definitely hyperbole. And you're right. Lizzo is closer to your age than mine.
Yeah, I think we're the same age.
And so it makes sense that she probably has like a very different view of Chris Brown than I do.
I have one similar to you.
I mean, clearly. I mean, right. But
yeah.
I'm just saying. It's not that I don't, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's not that I don't understand the excitement or whatever. It's just like, I feel like, first of all, this is a man, so surely this is not your favorite person. So like, am I even supposed to take this? I mean, because there's no way a man is any woman's favorite person. So
why?
Are you kidding? A man?
Any woman though? There have to be some women whose favorite person is a man. Like,
probably pick-me's or people who are ultra religious, but most women, your favorite person is probably not a man. What?
I would agree with that, but I wouldn't say
that don't even make.
I'm sure there are plenty of
it's never all. No, and I'm sure there are, right. And somebody's gonna be like, I'm the exception.
Yeah.
This person is my dad and he raised me all by himself when my mom abandoned me when I was 3 days old.
Oh God, please save it.
Okay, girl.
Sweetie, if your favorite person is your fucking uncle that saved you from a lake or something like that, then totes, we get it. Please don't email us.
I just feel like, what you said about hyperbole, that's probably what this was. And unfortunately, it was caught on tape and posted to the internet. And so now the internet has it. And so it's hell for you.
Right.
Yeah, probably so.
When I saw this, I was like, okay, I understand being disappointed if someone that I really like is a huge supporter of someone that I really dislike, especially for some moral reason. Just not enough to express my outrage. I think I would probably just roll my eyes and be like, ugh, and then go on about my damn day,
Yeah.
Especially when I think about, it's just like so many of your favorite niggas are in the same exact boat.
There is that.
You know what I mean? Like, because you got like, Kanye's wearing a Marilyn Manson shirt with Puffy, ear to ear grins,
Yep.
Nothing. Dr. Dre is headlining the Super Bowl. Crickets. Like,
we all know what happened with Dr. Dre, and yet here we are anyway.
So many of your favorite niggas love and support and stand for abusers,
right?
Or men who have abused. So
yeah,
and it's odd to me because like even the Super Bowl, there's a lot of people performing in this next halftime show or whatever. But in the promo, Dr. Dre is dead center. And it was like everybody was just like, yay, lit.
Like,
and I was like,
so
okay,
we're just gonna pretend we don't know the very many things we know about.
It's the same thing like when that story came out about Lil Uzi Vert punching that girl in her face and her having to allegedly go to the hospital and everything else, and then he went to a party and like nobody's talking about it. And I'm not parading down the street with a picket sign, but I can't help but think anyway. Whatever.
No, I understand. And I'm just going to chalk this up to somebody being younger than me and, not really, I don't know. I honestly think a lot of the girls felt like when Rihanna did that Cake remix with Chris Brown that it was okay to stand again, because this is not just a Lizzo thing. HER did the same thing. She worked with Chris Brown. I feel like I have to say HER because if I just say her, y'all think I'm talking about Beyonce. But so I have to say HER.
That's awesome.
So y'all know who I'm talking about. But like Chris Brown has still enjoyed success.
The reggae diva.
Right. I'm not, I'm certainly not blaming Rihanna for anything or the way she handled everything, but
that's even used as an excuse for people who feel opposite. Like, well, Rihanna she made the Cake remix and she's over it, so da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean that just because the person who was a victim to his abuse has forgiven him or moved past it or made peace with it, that everybody else should just be like, oh yeah, Chris Brown, cool. But I don't know. I'm not for the.
Yeah.
She didn't go, hear ye, oh, tell on the mountain, Chris Brown is the greatest. And, she met someone that she clearly is a huge fan of and was excited about it. And I feel like if you roll your eyes, I get it.
Yeah.
Being like, shame on you, you're canceled, to me feels extra. Again, especially when so many of your faves openly support, feature, book the same types of niggas, and nobody really
all these niggas
says anything. So like,
it's like women are held to this different standard, and I just refuse to do that. I'm gonna let women mess up the same way we let men mess up, and I'm gonna let this go. Y'all can be mad about it if you want to, but
Nick Cannon alleges that he is practicing celibacy until 2022.
Girl, that is less than 3 months away.
It is October the 5th.
It's like, I don't know what are you saying even? That doesn't mean anything.
This was a joke. You were joking.
Yeah. And it's also, I don't believe this. You definitely gonna fuck at least one of your baby mamas around Christmas. I don't believe you're not gonna have sex for the rest of the year. But
you're a liar.
Even if you
you're lying.
Even if you do, this is not impressive. Do you know how many people have gone way, way, way longer than 2 months and 3 weeks without sex? This is not impressive. I am so sorry.
First of all, you're talking about Christmas and we're clearing Thanksgiving. There's no way that all of them plates,
no,
all that liquor, all that weed, and them plates, you're fucking on Thanksgiving, nigga. Stop lying. And Black Friday. Good evening. So why are you?
This is just, I saw this headline and I was like, I'm actually not even going to read that because this is so fucking ridiculous. You already have 8 children. Who cares if you stop fucking for 3 months?
Well, he was on Nori's Drink Champs podcast, where many niggas go to say
said
too
Nori.
much.
And I assumed Northwest.
I can't fault you. That's not even your fault. That's not even that's not your fault.
Okay.
That would have been sickening though. If Nordy had a podcast.
If Northwest had a podcast.
And they just had like Juicy Juice.
Right. Like, and talked about whatever.
And just talked about like, oh my goodness. Oh,
Martinelli's.
Kim,
Sparkling Martinelli's.
If you don't do anything right in your fucking life, please give current day Northwest a talk show where she just interviews celebrities about their actual personal life.
I would be completely into it.
It would be sickening. You don't have to even get into it. You know what I mean? Like you could give her like the bare bones PG version of whatever the thing is and like have her talk to I don't know. Have her talk to Nicki Minaj about the vaccine.
Oh no. First of all, the public health advocate that we need.
No one's going to try her because she's a child and because she can read. Like, we've seen her do it. She drags her mother constantly.
Niggas can try to argue with facts all they want, but facts stand on their own. So, anyway, what was we? Oh, Nick Cannon. Girl, all right. Whatever you say. Yeah.
And I mean, like, good luck anyway, because at this point, it is more than celibacy going on over there. You need to talk to, I don't know, a shaman.
You have them trillions of children. You can just, like, this is completely unnecessary.
Your sperm airborne.
But, like, I guess
it's two things to avoid catching out here now. COVID and Cannon. Because both of them.
You need to mask up so then you don't get pregnant. Yeah.
You breathe around that nigga, you will become with child.
Yes, if you are within a 2.5 mile radius of Nick Cannon, you need to gird your fucking loins, bitch.
Ultrasound and the baby gonna have a kufi on. All right, let me stop before y'all get mad. Last but not least, so the BT Hip Hop Awards happened recently, and I know that
shut the fuck up. I know you fucking lying.
The BT Hip Hop Awards happened, I think, over the weekend. And the reason that I know this is because Summer Walker recorded a video of herself.
Oh my God.
Outside somewhere talking about how they wouldn't let her into the Hip Hop Awards due to COVID restrictions.
She's not vaccinated.
Of course she's not. Summer would rather die. And so she came out. She's one of my problematic faves. She's so ratchet. Too. I love her. She's literally wearing like a cutoff, like some sort of Chinese inspired with one of them dragons, some cutoff flea market crop top thing. And then, which honestly, this is probably like Dior or fucking Givenchy or something this top. And then these coochie cutters that look like they were extra cut for the coochie. And she's outside and like a brand new wig, harsh bangs. And she's just talking about how the BET Awards wouldn't let her in due to COVID restrictions and her dress was going to be pretty, but she pulled up anyway to reveal on the side of the building was a big pink projection that reveals that her new album, Still Over It, is due out on November the 5th.
Oh, wait.
And since then, she's released a big tittied promo video where she is seen in the same regalia from the original Over It album cover. And the only reason that I know this wasn't shot when she shot the cover for the original album is because these tits ain't the same. Still great tits. They were great tits originally. They're great tits now. But when I looked at them titties, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she went back into mode, which I really appreciate. Continuity. You got to live for it. But I guess her lead single is going to feature Jatavia, JT the Doll, one half of the City Girls. And in this little 30-second promo, we have Summer in her overred uniform talking on the phone with JT, who's in prison wearing heels. I was like, why did they put JT back in jail? Like,
why did she agree to do that?
Something to do with the video.
Why did she agree to do that?
Like, why did they put her back in prison? Anyway, at least she looked good. And so Summer in the video talking about, what did she say? Hold on. I don't care.
I mean, I also don't know what she said. Any kind of way, it's gonna be more than tire slashing. I'm on probation.
Yeah, she said, if he keep letting these hoes talk to me any kind of way, it's gonna be more than tire slashing. I'm on probation. I don't got time for that shit. It's giving very subliminal.
Oh,
it's giving very like, I honestly hope that you, like, Summer, name names. They didn't have a problem doing it to you, Summer. I want you to say his name. I want London to fall on his own bridge. Whatever. I don't give, like, I can't wait. I want the mess. I want the drama. I want the tears. I want the bops and the vibes. I like her. I really want to get high with Summer and talk about niggas and eat chicken wings and be at the strip club, preferably all at the same time. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, if the conversation headed towards like agriculture or medicine, I would probably steer it back to titties and niggas.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, like, I like her.
I mean,
she's a mess and I like her. And I want the Summer. You're going to be one of those girls that I'm a root for you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a stick
kind of like the City Girls. Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like the City Girls. Because, they were blatantly homophobic there for a while and kind of ignorant about it, like thinking they were supporting gays while being homophobic. And you were like, I'm going to stand beside them. And I think they have learned and grown from that. I think, maybe I'll not give them too much, but
I think, I'm not going to speak for either one of them because I don't know.
I just haven't heard anything problematic from them recently. I count that as a win. As in regards to homosexuality.
Take small victories.
Yes, maybe.
And now that we have said that, they're saying faggot
100%. Yep. On Instagram Live. On Instagram Live as soon as this show goes up.
I know it's us. It's always been us.
So I understand that. I feel like Summer Walker has a lot of songs that I really enjoy. Summer Walker also frequently does the bird thing. And I'm not necessarily opposed to that.
Wait, specify what part of the bird? What segment of the bird?
So the bird thing is just when there are a lot of options available to you in any given situation and you choose the bird route.
Boom. Okay. I'm back with you. Yeah, I'm back with you.
And so Summer Walker.
Bitch, me.
She takes the bird route frequently. And like I said, not even that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but I have been a little concerned. I have. The whole issue with her baby daddy and then his other baby mamas or girlfriends or whatever chiming in. And then I guess she got this new nigga now. And I just feel like a lot of the music on this album is going to be about her baby daddy. That's going to spark additional drama. Plus, Summer clearly believes in BBLs and breast implants, but not vaccines. So that's even more worrying. She was giving that baby kale and lemon juice and fucking acai berries and shit. And so it's just like, girl, what are we supposed to do with this? I don't really know what to do with her in a responsible way. So just don't expect me to be completely invested in Summer Walker's advice or opinions about pretty much anything. I'm not going to trust that. But as far as the music, I will play the album. So she does have me there. She does. She's got me there.
As long as there's not like a Dr. Fauci diss record. I don't like.
Oh my gosh.
Have at it. I really.
And now there's going to be a song about COVID and how the rest of us are sheep.
No, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Please don't. Like, this is very real. Please don't do that. But now that you said it.
Everything else.
Yeah.
This girl.
Because Come Through is so good. Like, it's just so good. And I really.
It's really good.
I really be wanting to root for Summer, but she just.
she has her
she makes it a challenge very, very frequently. She does. That boy she be running around with, talking about whoever that. No, not the boyfriend. Whoever that is, unless that is the boyfriend. Maybe it is. The one who be talking about fruits and vegetables and harvest moons and shit. Whoever that was talking about. Somebody who runs with Summer Walker was breaking down the ingredients in essential water and talking about chemicals being in the water.
Probably, yeah.
And niggas was like, chemicals are in everything. Natural things have chemical compounds. Yeah. Have you never heard of the periodic table?
Everything does, yeah.
Literally water. So, like, what are you actually saying? Nothing that is real. So this is somebody who is like closely associated with her, but I don't know if that's like her spirit guide or her healer or her fucking masseuse. I have no idea who that nigga is, but I saw that and was like, oh God, here we go.
DM me if you just want an ear, girl. You and JT.
You just want to help out? You just want to help? Okay.
What's it called? I won't tell nobody. Non-disclosure.
A non-disclosure agreement, yes.
Yeah.
Signed.
I just want to be of help.
Scanned back.
I don't know how to make the Real Friend app real yet. So
all you have to do is ask one of these people who make apps are going to hit you up now. Like, don't worry. I can help.
Hey, let's do it. Because Lord knows it needs to be made.
It has to happen. Put that in development now.
Okay, girls. That is my time. That is it. That's what we have this week for the hot tops. Okay. But before we move on, it is time. It's time for Kid Fury's Sports Show. This week on Kid Fury Sports Shorts. Are you ready to play football? Are you ready for football? Are you ready for how does it go? Are you ready to rumble? Are you ready to play football?
Are you ready for some football?
Yeah.
Are you? Are you? What do you have to say about it? I can't wait to hear.
Do you know?
Do you know?
Well, yesterday, Tom Brady, who was allegedly not Chris Pratt, made his return to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where he formerly played for the New England Patriots. He no longer does play, and now he plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh my God.
He was successful with his Buccaneers in defeating the New England Patriots 19-17, even with the absence of an injured Rob Gronkowski, who is a tight end who is injured and no longer able to play the game of football with people that he plays football with because he's injured, and you can't do that when you're injured. And so Tom Brady broke a career passing yards mark once held by Drew Brees in this game because he's a monster and not of this world, and likely uses the power of Trump to get himself by. That's
Absolutely.
That's what I heard. It's not.
No, it's definitely the power of white supremacy. No, it definitely is. It is. It's fine. He knows it.
But we shan't hold the light against the Patriots with their quarterback, Mac Jones, who rose to the occasion. Even against the power of white supremacy. Many things. 19 things. Straight passes in the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Against the Buccaneers, who, they struggled a bit in the red zone. And More field goals happen during the game than touchdowns.
Is it ESPN? Is it Yahoo?
And honestly, NFL.com? For a sports professional and analyst like myself, I've got to say I expected more from the Buccaneers.
Did you?
With the magic that is Tom Brady, because everyone knows that he has the Infinity Stones. So what's the problem?
So you don't think him going back to the city and the stadium that helped make him into such an NFL legend in the first place, you don't think that had any effect on the game? What do you think about the...
It truly had an effect on the ticket sales, certainly. It also had an effect on...
No, nigga.
probably the hoes that were in town, which is pretty integral to the future of the season. And so that's something to discuss and to celebrate. Tom Brady himself is without lips. And so to that effect, I would say, who knows what's on his mind or what's in his heart? Can't tell if you don't have enough face to read. So, next question.
I didn't ask a...
Well, that's been...
I did not ask a question. I actually did not watch any NFL games this weekend because I was too busy watching the WNBA playoffs, which is what really anybody...
Oh, you're being a lesbian.
Should have. I was. I was watching the Phoenix Mercury because they have a lot of fine niggas on that team. And I was watching the Sky in Connecticut and the Aces, and I was observing the girls. And I never have anything worthwhile to say about the WNBA as far as the actual game itself is played. Like, I enjoy the games, but I'm there for a specific purpose, and it's a whole purpose. So
interesting.
I'm just not even going to pretend like I care about blocks or assists or triple doubles or whatever the fuck else. I was looking at the fine niggas. And so I had a great time. It was a wonderful Sunday afternoon for me. And I hope the rest of you enjoyed your day as well. It was
even though the Mercury lost.
Excuse you?
Even though the Mercury lost.
The Mercury lost to who?
Didn't the Mercury lose?
They did not. Shout out to you, the sports analyst.
They lost.
They very did not. They beat the...
clearly says here that they lost.
You're not looking at the game that happened on Sunday then, friend. You're looking at some other game.
It says here that once upon a time, the Mercury lost a game. Ignorant. Let's take you back to...
Bye. Hate you.
I have a question for you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. How do you feel about the New Orleans Saints?
Well,
how do you feel about the fact that the New Orleans Saints?
I know the Saints record. I know
Giants.
What happened. Yeah. I saw that. Yes, I did.
Specifically because they were up 21-10 with 8 minutes left in the game, which is kind of ridiculous. Do you have any comments?
Well, so 21. Like I said, I did not watch any of the games.
Oh no.
So first of all, there's...
Well, they lost.
Secondly, I knew that. Yeah. Thank you so much. I know their record is 2-2. Secondly, I would say 21-10 is not as bad as 28-3. And third, I would say, things happen. People have problems. They go through troubles. And it's okay. We have to normalize not being okay. That was
disgusting.
So, I said what I felt. Yeah. Y'all know I only watch the NFL for the Super Bowl now, and to make sure that when the Falcons lose, I laugh at them. But
they lost.
The Saints, yes, but since the Saints have the same record as the Falcons, right? Oh, no. I'm sorry. The Falcons are at the bottom of the division, of course. Okay, sorry, that's my bad. You guys didn't ask for that. But, nothing to brag about. So, But I have really divested from the NFL, and I don't care anywhere near as much as I used to. Like I said, Brittany Griner, though, fucking fine. Ooh,
I'm just going to come out and say it. I fucking hate football. It sucks.
Oh, no, we literally couldn't tell. Wow.
So fucking dumb.
Wow, we thought you loved the game so much and you were deeply invested.
I know it because I'm an intelligent and informed sports person. I don't have to fucking like it to understand and to know everything about it. It's my fucking job.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
But I'm much more of a basketball player and boxing and the real football, which Americans call soccer because they think that they're better than everyone.
So then I suspect you'll be talking a lot about the NBA preseason then.
Duh, obviously, because that's
interesting.
What I do.
Very interesting, because that's happening right now. But okay.
I have another question for you. So, do you plan on being a hater for your whole life, or is this just this portion?
I'm actually done being a hater as of right now. I'm retired.
Okay. Well, that's it for the sports shorts. We're going to take a break and then whatever we do after that. I don't remember. Hey guys, now's the perfect time for you to start a website for your cool ideas or your zany ideas or your idea that your ex or your mom or your cousin told you would never turn into anything fruitful. Do it now. Do it anyway with Squarespace because they have everything that you need to not be all confused. Making a website's not all intimidating. It's not as hard as you might think it might be or anything like that. Trust us. You can have a website that looks amazing, that works directly with mobile devices straight out of the box. Everything that you need to have a successful website with just a couple of clicks, some drag and drop. It's so straightforward. It's incredibly easy. We've used it ourselves for our own websites. And honestly, you know that you want a website for something. Even if you're trying to sell your, custom airbrushed sneakers or just talk shit or just keep a diary online of all of the funny things your baby does. Make the website. Why not? It's the end of the world. So do it while you still can. Head to Squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code READ to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's squarespace.com/read with offer code READ for 10% off of your first purchase. Go build a fun site and let's get back to the show. All right. It is time now for letters from you.
Yes, it is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Our first letter comes from Heather, who says, my boyfriend and I have been together for a little over 2 years, and we have lived together through the entire pandemic. I'm in my early 30s, and this is my first time living with a partner. I'm saying that to emphasize how being stuck in the house every day with this nigga was a lot for me. I love him deeply, and he showed me what it feels like to truly be loved and cherished. However, the pandemic really sped that honeymoon phase up like a motherfucker. Thankfully, I was already in therapy because when those rose-colored glasses started to fall off my face, I saw every red flag that I didn't see before. My therapist and I have had some very eye-opening conversations lately, and I know that at this point I have to break up with my boyfriend, but I just do not know how to do it. My question is, have either of you ever had to end a relationship where your partner didn't actually or technically do anything wrong, but you still need to end things in order to put your mental health first? If so, how do you do it? Any advice would be greatly appreciated. I have no idea how to do this, and I am not looking forward to it. Thanks, Heather.
Well, this was tailor-made for you.
Wow.
I mean, it's okay. I'm no. On this side, no. I'm usually left, and it's much more of a Neffy being Nettie being kicked off of the property. It's usually that kind of energy, Neffy. It's usually... Okay.
No, it's never that bad for you, friend.
It's usually never speak to me again, and then Mr. punches my fists as I am gripping onto the mailbox.
Please shut up.
No, no. This has not happened to me. But I feel your pain, I guess. Whatever.
I mean, yeah. So no advice for Heather from you.
Not for me. I'm sure you can. I don't know. Listen for...
I mean, I have done this, but I just... Okay. All right. Let me... I cannot stand you. Let me get this together. Okay. So, yes, Heather, first of all, I have had to break up with somebody who didn't technically do anything wrong. But it was just that it was clear to me that the relationship didn't feel right or that this wasn't right for me. And so I had to do the humane thing and let them go. You know, it's the difficult thing to do, but it is also the right thing to do because they deserve somebody who feels the same way about them that they feel about me. And just because I can't give that to them, you know, that means that it's on me to be the bad guy. So I have done that before. It took me a while to work up the nerve the first time. I was really kind of nervous about it. And so I took every precaution and made sure that it was I had safety measures set up because I'm ridiculous, making sure people were around and all that. But I just basically said to her that it was not anything that she had done wrong, even though they never believed that. I say it anyway. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's just that this doesn't feel like it is the right relationship for me. And so I think we should break up. Or, honestly, I usually don't even have to say I think we should break up because once you say, I feel like this is not the right relationship for me, they get mad. So you usually don't even have to say anything after that. But just in case it's still ambiguous, then you'd be like, I just think it's best if we separate, or I am so sorry that this did not. I'm sorry to, I feel like I'm saying this in a very clinical way, even though I have been very emotional when I have done it. But I am sorry to be breaking your heart, but it must be done is essentially what you do. And it takes a lot of bravery to do that. That's why niggas ghost, because they can't work up the nerve to say that. But
that's true.
Yeah. But so it really takes a brave person. And honestly, it's something that you do when you either have the emotional maturity to do it, or when you really love somebody and you just have to tell them, it is, Heather, it is a difficult thing. I know that you're saying you don't know how, but you know you need to do it. You just have to gather up the courage and spit it out. Know what you're going to do afterwards. You said y'all have lived together this whole time, so make sure you have your exit plan ready and make sure you are considerate of him and his needs or whatever else. But you don't have to sacrifice your happiness or whatever else. You don't have to sacrifice your well-being because this person didn't do anything to fuck the relationship up. If it doesn't feel right to you, you are allowed to leave. And understand that his feelings will be hurt, and that's okay. His feelings can be hurt. He can be mad at you. He can be hurt, but he doesn't have the right to disrespect you or hurt you in his hurt either. So make sure you know what you will and won't accept during the breakup, but once you work up the nerve, you'll do it. And good luck to you, because it is extremely difficult.
And if all else fails, you can also always take a page out of the end of 1997 sports comedy Air Bud and simply scream at that.
Shut up, not Air Bud. Who even saw? Never mind.
Just scream at them. He did the Air Bud. Just go!
I knew it was
leave!
Something so ratchet.
I don't want you anymore! Don't you get it? Just go! You're freedom!
Do not do that.
Do it. It makes everybody feel better.
I will say the sooner you can do it, the better. But I understand if it takes you some time to work up the nerve because it's difficult, you know? And people, you have to be ready to be the bad guy. Like, he's gonna make you the bad guy in his story. And you have to be okay with that. Because you did what was best for you and for him, even if he can't see it right now.
Yeah.
All right. Our next letter comes from Danielle, also about a nigga. Danielle says, I'm a 28-year-old woman living in Houston, and I was dating this man for 8 months. We met on a dating app. Oh, this is also about a breakup. And he lives in a different state that I frequent often and am about to move to. We got along extremely well. We went on a few vacations, and we even met each other's close friends. We were dating with the intention of being in a relationship, but we didn't want to rush things. And we never really even talked about whether we saw other people, but I didn't care because I wasn't super pressed. Throughout the time that we were, that's what I guess these kids, they have a conversation about it, which is good, but yeah. So throughout that time, I grew to really like him as a friend, but I liked him less as a potential partner. There were some things about him that I couldn't quite get behind, like his aggressiveness, his selfishness, and the fact that he has his guard way up. All of this led me to realizing that we weren't meant to be. I didn't know how to tell him that, but I figured he probably felt the same way since we stopped FaceTiming all the time like we used to. He texted me the other day, breaking things off, saying that he can't be himself around me and that there isn't a reason to keep dating and he can't be the person that I deserve. I did not care about that at all since I already knew that me and this niggas was not destined to be. But we had grown a friendship over those 8 months, and it really hurt me that he texted me like this, like a coward would do. He asked me when I would be free 48 hours beforehand, and I told him, and he still didn't call me. I texted him that morning and told him I don't do well with people saying they need to talk and then they don't call, and he still ignored me until the nighttime when he sent me that text. I wrote back asking him if our time together was not worth a call, and he didn't have a response. So then I texted him again, telling him my piece and saying that I expected way more from him than breaking things off via text message. He said he didn't call me because he was on a business call, which is dumb because that nigga had 48 hours to call me. And he never responded to my main message at all. Then, of course, he unfollowed and blocked me on social media, and it really hurts the most. Really?
Sorry.
And what hurts the most is that he doesn't want to at all be a part of my life anymore. I don't want to be his girlfriend, but I enjoyed our time together, and I am pissed that now I have a sour taste in my mouth about the last 8 months. Have y'all ever had something like this happen to you? Here come a bunch of questions. How'd you keep yourself from trying to figure out why your ex did the things they did? How did you allow yourself to enjoy those memories for what they were? How do you not let the ugly ending ruin the fact that you enjoyed the moments y'all shared together? How do you not be hurt that someone you thought you really vibe with couldn't care enough about you to end things like an emotional,
how is this
human
not
being?
The bridge to a Tamia song?
Thanks, Danielle. Oh, Danielle. You know, I think you care a lot more than you say you do.
Yeah. She really set that shit up like, oh yeah, because I don't care.
Yeah.
Let me list everything that this nigga has ever said to me.
I think it's important for you to acknowledge to yourself that you care. You care deeply about it. And it's okay that this hurt your feelings. And it's okay to acknowledge that. This really hurt your feelings.
It is okay that it is okay to acknowledge that it hurts your feelings. I mean, I am going to attempt to walk you back into reality in a second. But before I do that, yes, it is okay that it hurt your feelings because you're human. If he said, I don't like your nail polish and that hurt your feelings and you thought about it for the rest of the week, okay, like you're a human. You know what I mean? We can talk about all of the ways that that's troubling, but you're a person,
right. A person.
Who is anybody to tell you what shared your feelings or not.
Exactly.
But now what I want to say is, though, Mama, you read this nigga into the soil, into the earth's crust prior to anything that he said about, not wanting to fuck with this relationship anymore or whatnot. So he kind of just like tied your bow for you. And now you're looking at the gift like, but this ain't what I wanted. And it's, do you see how that's confusing? Like, he didn't get you the wrapping paper that you live for, and so you just want to burn the whole gift. It's odd. Mm-hmm. So, while I think that it's perfectly okay for you in your humanity to feel upset by the way that it was handled, I would just like you to remember that you clearly were not trying to be in this relationship anyway. It was meant to be over. Just because, every relationship ain't meant to have people be friends afterwards or high-fiving at brunch, next month or whatever the fuck. Like, that's not how it always goes down. So long of the short is, it sounds like things ended up the way that they were supposed to. I personally would say speak to a therapist, because you asked us more questions than U.S. Customs at the end of this goddamn letter about a nigga that you clearly didn't want. Right. So I would say, hammer that out. Because whether it don't have to be this nigga, it'll be the next one. Because all of that shit ain't got nothing to do with this nigga specifically. This is a you thing. So I would hammer that out. And then I would enjoy the fact that you are single once again. We're getting into the fall, winter time or whatever. But depending on where you're at, niggas are out.
Yeah.
Niggas are out.
They are.
Ladies are out. The NBs.
Niggas are looking for
have a good time.
Looking for a warm space in the winter. So you definitely have your options available if that's what you want. I would say I have a lot of empathy for you. I do. I have a lot of empathy for you, because it's clear that or to me, it seems very clear that you're trying to deny how attached you got to this man so that, and I mean, I don't know why. Maybe so that you'll get over him quicker. Maybe so that you can, pretend that your feelings weren't really invested. But you got very detailed for a man that you claim to I went to break up with him, but I didn't know how to do it. So I just kept it going anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like if you truly sincere, right. And the bad part is you lying to yourself. Because I feel like if you really in your heart did not care no more, then this nigga falling off and not FaceTiming you no more and then texting you a little, we over or whatever, you would have been like, whoo, thank God now I can fuck this other nigga guilt free.
Is it because you know that we're not going to supplement the lie for you? Is it
maybe they need to hear somebody tell them the truth. The absolute
Is it because you know that we're going to hear this lie and be like, oh yeah, that's tell another one, sis, that was funny, and then read you? Does that make you feel more comfortable?
But I think, no, I actually think Danielle legitimately believed this. I think she really thought that she wasn't really that into this nigga, but the evidence says otherwise, sis. I think you actually were really wrapped up in him, and I think the first thing you need to do is acknowledge that to yourself, and you can enjoy at some point, maybe not right now, but at some point you can enjoy the good memories you had with him and the positive experiences, while also being damn, that ended in a fucked up way. It's maybe not right now because the emotions are clearly still very tender and rough, even though you don't want to acknowledge that, but at some point, hopefully you can get to the point where you can separate the good and the bad from the experience and take them both for what they were. As far as you being mad that he broke up with you via text message or whatever else, I mean, y'all were in different states. Y'all were together, quote unquote, for 8 months, even though he met some of your friends and y'all went on some vacations. A FaceTime would have been ideal, but you yourself said that y'all slowly started to fall off from connection and that you wasn't even feeling it. So why does this matter to you? Again, I think you need to acknowledge to yourself that this nigga means more to you than you're saying, because there's like, this is one of the main things you asked us at the end of this letter.
Or you wanted to break up with the doll and be the one to be like, here's my ass to kiss on the way out.
But you had your chance to do that.
Right.
So maybe ask yourself why you didn't break it off with him when you first felt like you should have.
I think
maybe not, but
I think it is what you were saying, but just to cover the bases, I guess.
It's definitely possible. Like, I think you should do that, and you should also ask yourself why you didn't just break it off with him when you realized you would rather be friends. You said, I didn't know how to say it, but why not? Was it, like I said in the last letter, it's difficult to do that. Were you scared? Did you think he wasn't going to react well? Whatever. Like, you should investigate the reason behind all that. But you definitely care more about this nigga than you say you do. 100%. You like that nigga a lot. And this hurt your feelings. And it's okay to say that.
Maybe you like him so much that you were like, here are all of the flaws. I'm not supposed to be with this nigga. You know, like you look for everything wrong with someone because you like them so much to like invalidate that. So that when you do get broken up with or you do get hurt or whatever, you be like, well, I didn't like him anyway because he was clearly trash. But like the entire time you were completely in love. That might be this.
Because your feelings are definitely into it, but outwardly you're still afraid of being vulnerable because you've been hurt so many times before. And maybe in a lot of really core ways. So instead of being vulnerable with somebody that you really vibe with or whatever, you also have these walls up. You said he had walls up, but maybe you did too. I don't really know. Whatever it is, whatever the reason was, I just think that being really honest with yourself and being really gracious and patient with yourself as you go through this breakup is for the best. Don't try to deny your feelings or pretend you don't feel them, because they will just stick around and one day beat your ass anyway. Trust me.
Beat your ass.
They will beat your ass. So just say, oh, hello, feeling. I can't say that I love experiencing this, but here you are. And eventually you will leave. Like, you kind of have to observe your feelings, acknowledge that they're there, and process them and move on from that. It's really the only way to really get over somebody. So
that's my step one in like huge emotional things. Is like, this is not going to last forever. I don't know when this is going to go away right now.
Yeah, right.
I know that I'm not going to feel this trash forever.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And I have to say that or else I will spiral into something awful.
Literally. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. Or else it gets really bad. So.
And it's never wrong. It does. It changes at some point.
It does.
It comes back.
Goes away.
But,
but they don't guarantee that it won't come back.
Yeah.
They don't guarantee that.
Yeah.
They just say, you know what? We can't promise that, but you will feel like, no, I'm mad because I literally just had this conversation with my therapist 2 weeks ago. And I was like, but I feel like shit and I'm going to feel like shit again. And she was like, but you're going to feel better again. And I was like, but I'm going to feel like shit again. And she was like, but you're going to feel better again. And I was like, I feel like you're not.
Yeah. Are you trying to be funny?
Kidding me? Right.
Because...
But it's true. This feeling will pass. This too shall pass. But you have to acknowledge it. Otherwise, it will just beat your ass subconsciously for a long time. All right. Good luck, boo. Our last letter comes from Niche, who says, my parents are married, but they don't have the best relationship. I moved back home 3 years ago, and I've noticed that whenever my mother is rightfully pissed off at my father, she takes her anger out on me. Therapy has taught me that I have no control over her actions, and I've tried setting boundaries on how I should be treated, which has slightly improved things. I finally found a better job out of state, and I thought that we might actually leave each other on good terms, but now my mother is treating me shitty again. I told myself that when I leave, I won't speak to her anymore because nobody who treats me like that should be in my life, but she is my mom and I love her. Plus, woman to woman, I do understand her frustration with my dad, but that's still my father, and I do not want to be in the middle of my parents' bullshit. Any advice on how or if I should cut my parents off once I've moved out and am financially independent? Thanks, Niche.
Well, I mean, I feel like you know your parents better than we do, obviously, but
right.
Do you need to cut them off when you move out and you're financially independent? Or can you, once that happens, say, hey, parents, I don't want to hear this shit. And whatever is the most, respectful or way to say things. Do you need to like cut them off? I mean, if that's your desire, if you just feel like everybody is healthier, again, like, if it would be pointless to say these things all together or whatnot. But if there's a chance that when you're on your own, you could just say to them like, look, I don't want to be caught in the middle of this. I fuck with y'all. Y'all don't fuck with each other. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, please get help. It's just not for me. And if you know that would be completely pointless or just make matters worse or whatnot, then I don't know that there's anything wrong with just like keeping your distance. I think that most people, it takes a few unanswered calls to be like, oh,
probably.
Okay, let me do some mathing. But
right,
that's not everybody. Again, I don't know them.
I mean, so Niche is in their mid to late 20s, so I understand this very much. My parents did not divorce until I was in my late 20s, and I had been begging for that for like at least 25 years. So it was a very weird situation to be in. Definitely, I kind of understand where you're coming from a bit, and I get that, like, you are saying, I'm an adult, so I get why she gets frustrated at my dad. You say she's rightly frustrated with your father, which means your father is probably doing some annoying man shit that most niggas do. But you are still the child in this situation, and you don't have to take on the grown-up responsibilities here, even though you are an adult. Like, these are the parents, and this is between them. And so I don't know if maybe you need to maybe make stronger boundaries with your mother or more restrictive boundaries. Maybe it needs to be like, instead of avoiding the displacement and taking your frustrations out with my dad, out on me, like literally leave me out of it altogether. Maybe it will naturally resolve itself when you move away. Like, I really don't know, but I think that you don't have to decide right now whether you're going to cut off your mom or your dad or both of them. It doesn't have to be like, oh, when I leave, I'm never speaking to y'all again. I'm going to be free, blah, blah, blah. Like, you get to just live and decide what is right for you in that moment. And you don't have to stick to any one decision if it no longer feels right for you. That is a super important lesson that was really hard.
Yeah, when you move out, maybe they will be coming to you less because you're not there. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a proximity thing. I doubt it.
Right.
But
I mean, it may be like, because you said when you move back home, all of a sudden your mother is taking her feelings out on you. Like, so maybe when you move out, this situation will naturally resolve itself. And then when you come home for Christmas and birthdays like the rest of us, then
yeah, I mean, but then you're just in the same spot as the rest of us.
Then it's 2 to 3 days of being around them niggas, and then you go back home.
That's what rum punch is for.
Yes, exactly. That is why I show up with Casamigos and red wine and plenty of weed, and we have a good time. So I would say you don't have to decide whether you're going to cut your mom off or both of your parents off or whatever else. You just have to decide that you are going to take care of yourself and do what feels best for you in any given situation.
Agreed. Remember that, like, especially when you're older and self-sufficient, your parents are just people. They're just two niggas. Like, unless
correct.
You know what I mean? They're just people, just like you.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean that it needs to affect the way that you speak or communicate or the respect that you have for them or the lack of. It just means that, like, they're just people. And so Just because they're your parents doesn't mean that you're always obligated to come up with a solution or a perspective for every single issue that they have or bring to the table. Like some shit is just their shit and it ain't got nothing to do with you. Exactly. Even if they talking to you about it. Like some things you can fully be like, wow. The end.
That's crazy.
You know, and that's crazy. I'm done. You don't have... You know,
what are you supposed to do with that?
What are you supposed to do?
What else are you supposed to do with that? How is that your responsibility? Like, you are literally the child in this situation. You cannot fix whatever them grown-ass people have going on. You were not there when they met and decided to do what they did. So, I just feel like you're taking on a lot of responsibility that isn't really yours to manage. And you found a good job. I say take that job and best of luck to you in that new city and figuring things out for yourself. And hopefully your level of self-awareness will have you making the right decisions for you, regardless of what your parents got going on. And hopefully you feel in a place to be able to stand up for yourself, regardless of whether they gon', send you $500 a month on Cash App or whatever else. Because I get I get it. When I was in college, them $20 my mama would put in a card every now and then.
Are you kidding?
Saved my ass.
Truly.
So I get it. I really do. But, things change when you're financially independent and out of their house for good. Things really, really change. Take it from me.
Good luck.
Yes, best of luck to you and everybody else who emailed in this week. I completely forgot last week that I was supposed to be doing a topic for the letters. And so I was thinking, what should we do this week? Should it be something sexy like sex? Should it be
something sexy like sex?
Or maybe gay sex? Should it be... should it be reviews of TV shows, movies, video games, whatever else?
Movies and
who knows? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Even started Squid Game. Everyone is talking about that.
Oh my God, yes. I have been asked nonstop about Squid Game and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is Squid Game?
I'm gonna watch it.
Right. I mean, I am, but I don't know when. So
okay.
So next week, let's just do, I don't know.
Sexy stuff like sex.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's do sex. Send us your sex-related questions, the things you have been waiting to ask a sex therapist and still won't be able to ask a sex therapist because we aren't that.
Yeah, save that for an actual professional.
Yes, save that for a professional. Send something fun and sexy.
Topics, think outside the box. They can be very specific, but they can also be like...
And nasty. We want to hear your nasty sex questions at asktheread@gmail.com. Send us an email. We're going to take another quick break and be right back. Hey y'all, this week's episode is also brought to you by Quip. Mouthwash hasn't changed in 140 years, and that's why the oral care experts at Quip created a mouthwash that gives you more of the ingredients you need and less of the stuff that already comes out of your faucet. Plus, their alcohol-free 4X concentrated mouthwash comes in an eco-friendly refill bottle that is 100% recyclable, and it comes with a refillable dispenser that's delightful to use and sleek enough to fit on any bathroom counter. I absolutely love my Quip. It has been incredibly clutch back when we were touring and needed to travel all the time. I needed to make sure I had a great toothbrush with me, but even now when I am at home, essentially every day, I just love the modern design. It fits right in with my bathroom. It's a small size, so it fits in on my cute little countertops, and of course, it does a great job at cleaning my teeth. The Quip mouthwash kills bad breath germs, helps prevent cavities, and leaves you feeling fresh thanks to a formula that gives your mouth everything it needs and nothing that it doesn't. Quip now has a great tasting good for you gum that can also help keep your teeth clean between brushings. And you can pair all of it with a Quip electric toothbrush for adults and kids and refillable flossers so that you can find out just how easy and fun it can be to keep your whole mouth healthy. Shipping is free, so you can save money and skip the hustle and bustle of in-store shopping. So join the over 5 million mouths already using Quip and start swishing today. Go to getquip.com/theread5 right now to get $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. That's $5 off a mouthwash starter kit, which includes a refillable dispenser and a 90-dose supply of Quip's 4X concentrated formula at getquip.com/theread5. That's GETQUIP.com/theread5. Quip is the good habits company, so go pick up some good habits. All right, let's finish the show.
Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Yes.
It is time now for us to discuss the read.
It is.
Feel free.
Okay. So I really don't have much to say this week. I know I say that frequently, but for real, I don't. First of all, I would just like to say to T.I., bitch, are you kidding?
What did he do this week?
T.I. decided that in addition to all the other very wrong decisions he's made, he would like to show support for Lil Boosie. And reposted. Apparently, Boosie got kicked off Instagram once again. Talking about Mark Zuckerberg was trying to take away his right to promote his new straight to Amazon Prime movie, whatever the fuck that's called.
My struggle.
T.I., I'm sure, if you say so. And so T.I. decided to also share this screenshot and captioned it with, "But why they keep fucking with Woe? Can't they see the culture has spoken and has appointed him as our official representative of cultural authenticity? Disrespect to him is disrespect to us." T.I., I can't say enough how much you don't represent us. First of all, nigga, the feds are still on your ass, and don't forget it. So perhaps you should mind your own business. I feel like you have your own fucking problems. Secondly, if Mark Zuckerberg wants to delete Boosie's account every single time he can do that, that is because Boosie has violated the terms of service on Instagram multiple times and is not technically even supposed to be having an account. Yeah. You are not even supposed to create new accounts when you are banned from Instagram or have your account suspended, and you keep doing it anyway. So this is not some great civil right. Like, we're not going to march in the streets for this. This isn't something that anybody should care about. Boosie should not be on Instagram. That's just, I feel like that's a fact. So I don't care about Mark Zuckerberg fucking with him. And third, when you speak about the culture and you talk about Boosie being the official representative of cultural authenticity, I just really have to wonder who the fuck you're speaking for. Because even as a country ass nigga born in Louisiana,
you niggas are on ivermectin.
You have got me full circle fucked up if you think Lil Boosie is my representative of cultural authenticity, bitch. That don't even sound like a title that belonged to that nigga. Like, yes, we all enjoyed his verse on INDEP. Like, we all love that. We love that bullshit. But let's not pretend that we can't live without Lil Boosie. Let's not do that.
I can.
Right, I can. Especially given the absolute pure ignorance he has put out into the world over the past several years. Actually, since he got out of jail. Because niggas was advocating for him and then perhaps realized what a mistake they had made.
We're the undeniable bops.
How come we're not getting that?
Fuckery. Anyway, whatever.
How come we keep getting criticisms of Lil Nas X and not club bangers?
Bitching about free.
It doesn't make sense.
Free this nigga, the classics. Oh my God, hip hop, right? Legend. And now he's a blogger, and everybody's like, cool.
Right. And I understand that men stick up for men. I get that this is part of what y'all do, but don't expect the rest of us to be associated with this bullshit in any fucking manner. Lil Boosie is not our official representative of cultural authenticity. Let's just be very well assured of that. It's plenty niggas, and I mean thousands of niggas that could go in that place above him who don't also put down or try to diminish the accomplishments of people who are queer or trans or whatever else. Like, please don't act like we can't do this without Lil Boosie. That hip hop culture or Black American culture would fall apart without that nigga. Because truly, to be completely honest, we can do without either one of y'all. Now, the other part of my read goes out to, I'm so sorry, friend. This is a neonatal intensive care nurse based in Miami, Florida. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
What?
Well, I'm looking for. Okay, no. Apparently, I thought maybe this hospital was in Jackson, Florida, but it is in Miami, Florida. It's just called Jackson Memorial Hospital.
Oh.
Okay. Well, there is a neonatal.
The worst damn hospital. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
I don't know anything about that.
Because somebody who looked like she got her nursing degree off of Snapchat was fired.
Where the fuck is Jackson, Florida?
I was thinking Jacksonville, but Jackson Memorial Hospital has terminated nurse Sierra Samuels. If you have not heard about this story, Samuels was put on administrative leave because she violated HIPAA, which is what a lot of basketball players claim that niggas are violating when they ask them about it in press conferences, but they are actually not, because that is not what HIPAA does. Samuels actually violated HIPAA because she posted pictures of a baby who was born with a birth defect on her personal social media accounts, making fun of this baby for having this birth defect, saying, oh, I was having a great night until this little nigga showed up. This baby was born with gastroschisis, which is a birth defect where the intestines are born outside. When a baby is born, the intestines are outside of the abdominal wall. So it's like really not something to be making fun of. And you would think that a nurse in the neo-fucking-natal intensive care unit would be the last person.
Get there. What are you doing there?
Get here. Bitch, for real? This is a baby. So she posted the photo and captioned it with, my night was going great, then boom. She then posted with along with
imagine
the
being
child.
That fucking baby, you dumbass.
She then posted another photo saying, your intestine's supposed to be inside, not outside, baby.
Really?
And
really?
Then put the hashtag of the baby's condition. Again, this is a newborn in the neonatal IC fucking you.
Burn the whole state. I'm sorry. Let me just evacuate my people. Let me just get my people and then just set the whole shit. I'm tired of this shit. I'm
just saying, sweetie, of all people, I don't care how many likes or reactions you got on Facebook for that. There is no way that a neonatal ICU fucking nurse should be taunting a newborn goddamn baby for a birth defect that they absolutely had zero control over. Yo, intestine's supposed to be on the inside, bitch. Do you think he chose? He, she, they, I don't know what this baby is, but do you think they picked it out? Do you think they said, oh, you know what? I would love for my large intestine to be on the outside when I come into the world. God
led them to the anatomy Chipotle, if you will, and said, hey, how do you want your organs?
Anatomy Chipotle. And they say,
and this baby said, no
extra
size,
guac.
No wrap, extra guac. Extra guac. No bowl.
And just lay it all out there.
On the ground.
Just lay it all. Just put it right on the foil. Bitch,
I don't say this lightly, and I you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind. Continue. I will just say violent. I'm not even. I mean, and it's probably best that you didn't say it then. Yeah. But like, for this bitch to be like, my night was going great, then boom, and then post this baby. It's like, how do you think the baby's night is going? You stupid bitch. You fucking asshole. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
The grown ass nurse here, bitch. Are you fucking kidding?
My night was going great. I'm sorry. Were you disemboweled before you clocked out?
Did you just give birth to a baby whose bowels are outside of its body? Or did you
get to go home with your fucking intestines inside of your gut, ma'am?
Are you not the nurse in charge of caring for this newborn? You were in charge of caring for my brand new baby. And you took a picture of you lucky these people don't sue you. In fact, I think they should.
That was my comment. That was my comment.
They should
If somebody would have pulled up and wrecked your shit, I would have filmed it. I would have filmed it like Regina George's mom. You're doing great, sweetie.
And I would have put the footage up on my Patreon. Like, you absolutely got me.
Who the fuck do you think that you are? How fucking cruel and disgusting.
Right.
That would have been horrible if it was like a 40-year-old, like complete adult. A baby.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
You did that.
Sick.
Truly disgusting. And so initially she was put on probation or something, and then swiftly thereafter she had been fired. This nurse had evidently been working at that hospital since 2016, and nobody really knows yet exactly how they found out about this. I don't know if the family found it or if somebody who's friends with her was like, this is fucked up. This bitch need to lose her job, and turned her in anonymously. Who knows? But Sierra Samuels, sweetie, what a giant mistake that you made. What a massive mistake that you made. And what's especially heinous, #SVU, is that you were the fucking nurse in charge of keeping this baby alive. Like, you're not just some random asshole on the internet commenting on some shit post they saw on Reddit. You're the person in charge of keeping this baby alive and on this earth. And you decided to express your disgust at it and violate not only this baby, but their parents' privacy in the process, and lost your job.
Capital punishment is one thing.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
We should.
Where are you going with this?
We should, at the very least, in extreme cases, be allowed to do the Cersei Lannister shame walk.
Yes!
I think that this person should be paraded through the streets, and we should be permitted to throw lettuce at them. And perhaps spit.
Spit is spit is a bioterrorist act.
Okay, well, not today. I forgot we're in a pandemic.
Yeah, we're in a pandemic.
We should be able to throw like days old produce at this person.
We should. Very soft plums, rotted peaches. Yeah. You should get wilted celery thrown at you for this, because this is very
absolutely. Absolutely.
Bananas with the fruit flies all over them. You just have
wet
fruit flies
spinach.
For a few days. Yep. And all the tiny bad things happen to you. You step on your son's Legos in the middle of the night, and you slam your baby toe up against the coffee table. All kind of bullshit. Just random, awful, inconvenient bullshit should happen to you for this.
What Sierra is this person's name?
Sierra Samuels, I believe. Oh, Lord.
Sierra, I fucking hate
Sierra
you.
Samuel. Oh, wait a minute.
I fucking hate you.
Oh.
You're disgusting. And if I had the opportunity to spit at your feet in a time where it wasn't, bioterrorism and assault,
right,
I would do it.
Yeah, because I remember us saying frequently before the pandemic that spitting on somebody is like the ultimate disrespect. And if you spit on me, you're ready to die.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to bring back spitting at feet. Like, not on you, but like at your feet. Because I feel like that's even more disrespectful. Your toes should get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to, I don't want to touch your feet. I want to, keep in mind, I'm spitting like at the ground you walk on. Yeah. I'm spitting at the foundation. Like, the earth beneath your rotted toes is worthless, in my opinion. That's how I feel about you. I think outside of a Pandisha, we should bring back spitting at the feet of disgusting people. That's like the ultimate form. I mean, spitting on them is way more disrespectful. But like spitting at someone's feet is a way of like not assaulting them while also saying to them,
showing their disrespect.
Worthless to me.
Yeah, scum.
You are absolutely nothing. I wish we could do it.
Yeah. This was scum behavior, girl. I mean, you'll never be a nurse again, but hopefully you learned a lesson from this. A fucking newborn?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Like, oh, I was having such a great night, you guys, flexing on Instagram and sending news to my man in the bathroom on my break. And then here come this baby. Ew. Bitch, what? Some of y'all don't deserve the position you have. And I mean, you know, you lost yours, so there's no longer concern for you. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, short this week. I'm done.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I was given some information prior to the recording about how there's this new police chief in Miami that's shaking things up and calling out corrupt motherfuckers, and like the cops are out for his ass, something like that. But I don't know the full story, so more on that more at 11.
Okay, yes.
Sounds like
all right, investigative
clear
journalism.
them out. I hope. Ooh, I can't wait to read about this because come and get them.
Amen. Yeah, do all that.
So what I will say is let's bring it back to the Boosie story. I too have someone who was showing support for Boosie.
Are you kidding?
It is none other than William Cosby himself, or Boos Cosby, we can call him this week.
Oh my God.
Who took to his Instagram and posted a photograph of the film My Struggle, Boosie's Killer Season, because that's what this is.
Oh my God.
Anybody who's ever seen Cameron's Killer Season, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a terrible movie that if you're a fan of this rapper, you will probably like, A, because it's terrible and so you can laugh at that, and B, because you like this person and it's ratchet and you probably like ratchet shit. That's how I feel about Killer Season, and you know, that's probably how Boost Nation feels about this garbage. And so Bill Cosby had the following to say about the Dolls film. And keep in mind, Boosie has been an outspoken supporter of Bill Cosby because of course he has. So Bill Cosby's Instagram says, "Lil Boosie, I have always appreciated your truth and support." I was going to try a Bill Cosby impression, but I'm tired. What I'm about to say is not to compensate you because you supported Bill Cosby.
Oh, wow.
Bitch, please shut the fuck up and just do the thing.
Yeah. Why lie? It's clearly because of that. It's clearly because Boosie. Never mind. I'm so sorry.
You have. Yeah. Let me finish the caption.
I'm getting ahead of it.
My publicist, Mr. Andrew Wyatt, told me about your film, My Struggle, and I am encouraging all my supporters and fans to make this American citizen, Lil Boosie's film, My Struggle, a box office success. Thank you very much. Hashtag My Struggle, hashtag Boosie movie, Bill Cosby, Lil Boosie. Bill Cosby did not write this. Bill Cosby has never heard about this. Bill Cosby don't know shit about what the fuck these niggas are talking about. And if he does, bitch, why the fuck would you tell us that this isn't to compensate for his support? And then the following sentence is, the only reason that you know about the goddamn movie is because your publicist told you about it.
Woo!
So in the words of Oprah, what is the truth?
And
I say that all the time. Remember when Oprah interviewed her?
I do. Whatever you about to say, I definitely do. I remember.
Bitch, do you know how many... We haven't forgotten all of the time that Bill Cosby openly read niggas that are every square inch of Boosie badass.
Thank you.
You would be dragging this nigga through the fields if it wasn't for the fact that you could take all the nigga support you can get these days. Shut your old ass up, bitch. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And come get this goddamn movie. I'm tired of y'all niggas talking about it. Watch it and leave us alone.
He said some similar shit about R. Kelly. Or his lawyer did, talking about R. Kelly didn't get a fair shot.
He's next.
Railroaded. Okay. Let me shut up.
The lawyer... Nobody should be listening to you or anything that you have to say about anything. Boom, dynamite. Next. Akon.
Yes, Akon.
Not that you listen to this, hear this, give a fuck about any of this, but I know that I'm tired because I just asked you to shut the fuck up when you were talking about Michael K. Williams and how rich people got more issues than poor people because whatever the fuck your logic was supposed to be at the time that you said this. Now you talking to the same goddamn TMZ cameras about how R. Kelly deserves a chance to redeem himself. R. Kelly should have the opportunity to right the wrongs that he has made against these women, and they should have the opportunity to decide whether or not they forgave him. R. Kelly, I mean, Akon. Robert Sylvester Kelly is 54 years of age, and we have known all about this. We have spoken all about this for decades. This is not new information. The dragging just stuck this time. He has had the opportunity to right wrongs. He has had the opportunity to redeem himself. If it wasn't for the situation that the nigga was in right now, he would still be out in the street somewhere violating people's kids. Please stop speaking to us. Please stop speaking to us. Stop. Go be wealthy. Just go be wealthy. Stop talking to us. Shut up.
Again. Yes.
What are you talking about? What? This nigga still don't think he did anything wrong. Redeem when? Redeem what? Redeem where?
How can you redeem somebody who doesn't think they actually made a mistake?
Oh my God, shut up. Do you want to go to jail with, why don't you just go with him? Why doesn't all of you niggas that still, with all of this evidence.
Yep. It's not even up for debate no more. Don't even tell me.
These
niggas don't even argue that he didn't do it no more.
Exactly.
They just argue that we shouldn't care.
That. No one's even talking about whether or not he did it. They're just saying, oh, well, at this point.
Right.
So why don't y'all go too? Why don't all of y'all build, why don't you, all of the money that this fucking country spends on prisons anyway, build a nice, big, nigga-centric R. Kelly prison for him and everybody else. And you can all go and powwow and talk about how trash you all are together and leave us out of it. I just don't understand why you are talking to us.
Yep.
Last but not least, I want to remind y'all, it's about that time. It's spooky season. Halloween is coming up. And a lot of you are vaxxed and waxed and making poor decisions. So, we didn't do it last year because there was no reason to. I don't even know if we did it the year before, but if we haven't, now is going to be the time that I want to remind you motherfuckers, do not change the color of your skin for a costume, friends.
Oh my God. Yes.
It shouldn't need to be said. Yeah.
Leave the bronzer as Sephora.
Every single year.
Leave it as Sephora. Do not succumb. Don't do it.
You darken your skin. You enlarge your lips. You're wearing head dresses and sombreros.
Don't do it.
If somebody beat your ass this year or you get epically dragged, I don't want to hear it.
Me either.
I just don't. You're going to make me mad. So just, please.
Yep.
Google some ideas that don't have racism attached or homophobia or anything else ignorant. Think about it like this. You can wear a costume is you dressing up as something that you are. That's something that you are not. Right. That's a costume. And most of the people who are guilty of this kind of bullshit in Halloween, where you dress up as, Pootie Tang or whatever and offend people, most of y'all aren't much to begin with. So that means that the sky's the limit. You can be damn near anything you want. A cartoon, a TV show character, a movie character, something completely unlicensed that you made up. The sky's the fucking limit.
Not unlicensed.
So you don't have to dress up is buckwheat. You don't have to change your skin color. You don't have to wear some wildly insane textured hair.
Yep.
Don't piss us off this Halloween season. We're not in the mood. I'm done.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Finished.
Yeah, that's very real. Like, just remember that you could always just be the white version of whatever you're thinking about.
Oh my God.
If you want to dress up as Beyonce, you can get a long blonde wig and a short tight dress and some pumps and a microphone and just randomly scream out, looking so crazy in love all night. And you can do all that without getting brown.
You don't even have to do the wig. You don't have to do anything to your hair or your skin. If you wear Beyonce's outfit from when she came out at the Super Bowl with Bruno Mars and them, you know,
if you wear the homecoming outfit.
If you wear the homecoming outfit and you have pale skin, freckles, and the hair from Brave, no one's going to be like, who are you? No one's going to ask you who you are because your skin is white and you have big curly red hair. Right. Try.
We're gonna
make an effort.
Yeah.
Or just don't.
Or you could just be somebody white.
Or
be an alien or a dinosaur or I don't even know, a bottle of wine, whatever white people coming with.
Whatever you want. I don't even be judging the bitches who like put a post-it on the middle of a plain tee that just says, you know, mean and
you could be weed.
I don't fucking care.
I mean, like, that year I wore a Pokemon t-shirt and called myself a trainer.
Yes, fine.
Extremely lazy, but it worked.
I love that kind of shit. I find it endearing. Because aren't we all here to drink? Aren't we all just here to drink?
I'm here to drink. I don't know why y'all came. I'm here to get fucked up. So.
I would prefer that you put on a Pikachu shirt and said, I'm a trainer.
Yeah.
I choose you. Even though you don't know what the fuck that even means. Yeah. I would rather you do that than just wear plain clothes and come to the party like I'm above it. Which is fine too. I'd rather you do that than dress up as Whoopi Goldberg, Utica. I don't know why I said that.
I wore a Pokeball t-shirt and I said I was a Pokemon trainer and niggas roll with it. They did.
I'd rather that you just dressed up in plain clothes than making a fucking chipmunk wig to replace an afro.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Because another thing I was going to say is,
oh shit.
You can have your take on something else, right? Let's say, for instance, Garnet's hair has always been translated into like an afro, right? You get the outfit made, you white.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can get the sunglasses.
You can get the sunglasses and wear your regular hair or dye your hair black or wear a bob or something else. No one is going to be like, heresy. How dare you?
Yeah. We'll get it.
In the church of universe. Like, oh my God.
Honestly, as long as you have the jumpsuit, you're fine. I don't know why y'all act.
Honestly, if you have a jumpsuit,
you don't need anything else.
I don't give a fuck what else you do. Yeah. Like, you can put on some motherfucking not airport sunglasses. I don't give a fuck what you put on. Gas at 7-Eleven shades, whatever. If you have on that fucking jumpsuit, I'm already calling you a winner. And don't let you have the gauntlets.
Right. So, but you put effort into this, right?
Because at this point, bitch, we just gonna cuss. Nobody's asking you any more questions, and we don't want to hear we don't want to hear your Facebook explanation.
No more excuses.
You getting cussed out. We calling your job. It is what it is. Don't say nobody didn't warn you.
Yeah. If you can't think of what to be, then go as yogurt. Go as milk. Go as sour cream. Go as buttermilk.
Go as your ex.
Really shake shit up. You know?
Go as 7th grade you. Think about it. Get creative.
But if you can't do a costume without changing the color of your skin in order to match a person of color, then you need to pick a different costume. And that should be very, very obvious by now, dumbasses.
You can be anything else.
Like, girl, anything. The day is about creativity, so try some.
You could be an occupation. You can.
You could put on scrubs and a mask.
You should. You just should. You just do that. You do that.
Okay. And on that note, that wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out at thisistheread.com and on social media at thisistheread. Any other announcements before we finally leave? Oh my God, we're so late.
Nothing I can think of. Shout out to y'all for listening. Thank you very much for listening. And shout out to the Jade and XD show. Their variety show was fire. Congratulations.
Yes,
and
go friends.
Same time, Getting Grown is on Patreon now, I believe. I just saw.
Yes, they are. Shout out to Jade and Kia.
Go show them some love.
And Fran is moving away to Portland to go be a nature bitch and just
she's Gaia.
I mean,
at some point we have to just acknowledge the truth.
It is what it is, right? She doesn't know who that is. When she comes over for her going away party, I'll be like, "You're Gaia," and I'm gonna show you what that means. But
does she really know it?
I mean, you know what? She probably does. Actually, thinking about that bitch, she probably does. But you know, my friend is leaving New York, her home, to go do something different, and I am so proud of her. Just
you're gonna go to Portland one day, and there's gonna be a city.
All my niggas, yeah, no,
and she will have had a city erected in her name.
She keeps sending me random things and being like, "Don't you want to come to Portland?" And I keep being like, "Maybe on my way back from LA." Like, girl,
Portland,
no. But
weed,
oh no, Portland is super, super on top of shit. Like, you can definitely get weed in Portland.
Oh yes.
And it's just a matter of time before you can get shrooms in Portland. Like, Oregon probably has the most progressive drug laws in the country.
It up.
Oh my God. Yes, we have to schedule. Okay. You know what? We could do all this off air. Why are we still on?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, bye.
Love you guys. Bye. See you next week.